Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about something that people don't typically talk about when they talk about their gear. And before we go any further, this video was inspired by Dan Beckers' newest video. And if you don't know who Dan Becker is, you should definitely go and check him out. I'm going to put a link up above to the video that inspired this. So let's get into this and let the battle of the belts begin. In the outdoor community, hiking, backpacking, talk about gear a lot, an awful lot. Seems like most of us have a bit of a problem and are a little bit of gear junkies. But as Dan pointed out in his video, one of the things that we don't talk about, belts. And it got me thinking, I wonder why, because there's a lot of options out there, just like any of the rest of our gear. There are so many choices, and what got me thinking is the belt that he showed is a nice belt, but for someone like me, I would view that as more of a day-to-day, daily wear belt. Not really my preference for backpacking, hiking, or anything like that. I never really thought too much about my belt choice. I just kind of always used whatever I had around. And I had a subscription box service for like two and a half years roughly. But I subscribed to the Karn box. And it was a really good box. It gave me a lot of different pieces of gear that I never thought I would use or like would have thought to pick up on my own. And some of those pieces of gear have become my favorite pieces of gear. And one of them is my belt. Now, I use this guy right here. This is a belt made by Arcade. One of the big things with this belt is it's stretchy. And I like that. I like that it has that give. And for backpacking, hiking, and I also wear this for mountain biking. So those three activities, it's nice having a belt that has a little bit of give to it, and it's not like super firm. And that's just my preference. For example, when I'm backpacking or hiking, if I have, say, like my phone in my hiking pants pockets, or snacks, or just whatever, if I have just anything that's going to weigh my pants down a little bit, I've noticed if I have a more rigid belt, it seems to dig into my hips more and causes me discomfort over a long hike, or if I'm backpacking over multiple days. But this doesn't. This has just the right amount of give to it, where when it is carrying weight, that it sort of just like forms to your hips, which I think is awesome because it doesn't matter your body type or like your bone structure or whatever. Something like this will conform a little bit more to you, and I like that. I like that it has that like more personalized fit than just like a standard leather belt. The other nice thing is I just set it and forget it. I don't have to worry about, oh man, did I get it right in the right notch hole or whatever, I just adjust it for the first time and that's it. So this belt only gets adjusted between the seasons. I adjust it for winter, for when I'm wearing extra layers, and then once it gets warm out again, I'll shrink it back down a little bit to account for not wearing those extra layers. But that's my pick. I like the Arcade belt. I had been using this belt for, I want to say, roughly 2 years now. It might be a little longer than that. It might be slightly less, but it's right around the 2-year mark. This thing has been fantastic for me. And even though it is a like an elastic material, and the buckles are plastic, which when I first got this belt, I thought it was going to be junk, and I really didn't see myself using it. And when I finally decided to give it a try and actually use it, like I said, I've fallen in love with it. And the clip is really strong. It has not had any weakness on me whatsoever, which is surprising for something that is plastic and I use year round. The only bit of any kind of wear that this thing has is right there. I got a pull on it, and I don't know if that is going to show up for you guys, but it's like right there. There you go. Yeah, that little pull, and that is it. The rest of this thing is it's awesome, and I'm probably going to get, it's probably going to be the buckles. The buckles will probably be the first thing that gives on this, but I'm probably going to get many more years of use out of this. So this is my favorite belt. Now, who of you out there wants to join in the battle of the belts? Show us your favorite backpacking, hiking, or just your outdoor activity belt.